So our next topic is pieces per stop. And again, this is really in a lot of environments, we're already tracking the number of pieces that are on a particular delivery invoice or delivery ticket. So really utilizing that data to measure various aspects of your business is what we're talking about here. And really understanding pieces per stop can help you understand if there's business growth or decline. Obviously the more pieces being delivered, the greater there's growth. If there's less or it's stagnant, it's good to understand, great, there's not growth, so why isn't there growth? But some of the factors that come into play here, we want to initially understand, okay, what is the unit of measure? If we are, delivering single units, eaches versus cases versus pallets, those are going to make your numbers obviously look different. So again, it's just a baseline value to understand when looking at pieces per stop. And then looking at stops per route or trip, is the product that you're delivering have a specific impact on how many stops you can do on a route or how many pieces may get delivered to a particular location? Are these large products? Are they small products? That is, again, one of those base level elements to understand what pieces per stop is telling you. Again, overshorts and damage, the OS&D products, those impact everything, but they impact pieces per stop because if, say, you're supposed to deliver 100, but you only delivered 95, those are two values you want to be able to track against to say, okay, well, if we were running at full capacity, say, our pieces per stop would be this, but because we have these OS&D issues, our pieces per stop is 5% lower, 10% lower, whatever that is. Changes in product line. So in the event that you're tracking pieces per stop and all of a sudden there is a spike or a drop, changes in product line could certainly be a factor there. If you produce your own product, product line is potentially not as much of an issue, but if you're distributing other folks' products, then you could be the same, distributing or selling the same type of product, but the unit of measure is different, or the pack size, pieces per case is different. So keep that in mind as you're watching these values. Stop time, how much time a driver has to make a stop, kind of goes back to stops per route, so on. That can be a factor on this as well. And then obviously seasons. Certain seasons of the year in different areas are going to impact how many products are delivered to your customers versus others. Example, winter versus summer, and you're selling ice cream. There's probably less ice cream delivered in the winter, but again, depends on where you're at. So benchmarks to establish, really understand your current pieces per stop. What does that look like? What does that look like by route? What's that look like for specific customers, your key customers? And then just begin some regular monitoring of that. This isn't something I think you need to look at every day, but a weekly, monthly, quarterly review of this information is going to give you trending information. And with that information, you should be able to look for growth or decline. Understand, okay, well, is these fluctuations, is this based on growth? Is it based on a season? Is it based on other factors that maybe aren't being considered?